Alright, so I wouldn't say I'm exactly too shocked by the more recent news, but also I would like to say I've got my definite fair share of mixed good opinions and mixed bad opinions, with the current rumor and report going around that Marvel will be finally working on a new solo Hulk movie that will reportedly be coming out pretty soon. There is currently a report out there that says, according to insider MTTSH, Marvel Studios is developing a new solo Hulk film. Mark Ruffalo will presumably return as the lead hero, as well as new characters such as She-Hulk and his son Scar. It's unclear when Marvel plans to release this project, although fans can expect some Hulk teasers in Captain America: Brave New World. Now, again, I have a lot of different opinions on it. First of all, I would like to say, when I was a child, right? We're getting into some crofty lore here. When I was a child, I was a huge Hulk fan, and I think a lot of children were big Hulk fans. If you were born in the year probably 2005 and under, you were probably a very big Hulk fan growing up. Like if you're born in the 90s, the early 2000s, the 80s, whatever it might be, right? Any year after that, if you were born, there is probably a big chance you might not be as invested as the Hulk as what people like myself and even older and a bit younger were. And the reason is because Marvel unfortunately just really haven't utilized Hulk to the best of his abilities. Again, it's not entirely their fault. They didn't exactly have the rights to Hulk for a very long time, where they kind of split the rights with, I think it was Universal, but now apparently I'm pretty sure they own the majority, if not most of the rights to Hulk. In saying this, they made an Incredible Hulk movie which did decent. I still think it's one of the more underrated MCU movies, and I still would way rather watch that than some of the newer shit that's been kind of released. I mean, shout out Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. You're kind of the biggest example of what a piece of poo Marvel can release in 2023. But in saying that, we obviously know Edward Norton didn't work as the Hulk. He somewhat got fired, but more so left due to a couple of issues. There was apparently, issues with him on set. There was issues with him not liking the character and all of this type of stuff. Mark Ruffalo would replace him, and when Ruffalo replaced him, we really only got the Hulk in the Avengers from then on, and Thor Ragnarok. There's, again, not a lot of Hulk in the MCU, considering you'd see Iron Man, he got his own trilogy. He had, all the Avengers movies, obviously, like Hulk. But then he was also in a bunch of other movies like Spider-Man: Homecoming, Captain America: Civil War, etc., etc. Technically, Hulk back in the day used to be one of the biggest superheroes in the world. Before the MCU was really started, when people thought of superheroes, they would think of Spider-Man, Captain America, Batman, Superman, and the Hulk, right? Were most of the five probably most common. And Captain America's being nice, a lot of people maybe even Wonder Woman or whatever, right? When you ask people now, especially kids, who's the most popular superheroes and who's the best superheroes, not many of them will say Hulk, and that's just because of how much Hulk has really just not been utilized at all. So in saying they're going to be making a new solo movie for this, I am really excited on that front. Although, that doesn't mean I think it's going to be good. I think there's a big chance this movie sucks. I think there is a huge chance that this movie sucks, especially because I don't believe Marvel know what the fans want when they want Hulk. I mean, when the fans think of Hulk, a lot of people think of still Edward Norton's Incredible Hulk and still the badass Hulk we got in Avengers, right? As the years have gone on, we never really got to see even Hulk utilized. In fact, we've seen as much as Professor Hulk as we have of actual Hulk. Even Hulk in Ragnarok was not this big, strong, overpowered guy. He just, again, even got beaten by this giant wolf, which, I mean, I know was a god, this and that. It was probably a bad example saying he got beaten by that wolf. I mean, if I was big and green, I'd still probably get absolutely demolished by that thing. But you guys get what I'm saying here. Hulk has been dramatically underused. And I think in today's day and age, with how the MCU is set up, how can you go from Mark Ruffalo's Professor Hulk, who, in my opinion, is a pretty crappy character, to all of a sudden changing him to the old really badass Hulk from the Incredible Hulk and Avengers movie, right? I don't know. I also don't really believe Mark Ruffalo is the right guy. I think Mark Ruffalo plays a pretty good Bruce Banner at times, at least he did in the Avengers, but oddly enough, as he got older, especially in Thor Ragnarok, he just really didn't seem like Bruce Banner to me. Like, I started picturing Edward Norton more and more as Bruce Banner, and then I still had the first Avengers take of Bruce Banner in there, and then just as Hulk, his Hulk is just, yeah. I mean, it's not his fault, the actor itself, it's more the writing, but I'm just not that keen on it, right? But in saying this, as I said, I do really think a solo movie is really exciting. I just don't know if Marvel know what we want, and also if they do know what we want, how are they going to achieve what we want with how the MCU's Hulk has now been set up. Where I'm going with this video though is, a little bit ago I actually made a video talking about the rumors that after Avengers Secret Wars, which is supposed to come out in like 2027, 2028, there will be somewhat of an MCU soft reboot. Now, not a reboot as in everyone's getting fired like in James Gunn's new DC universe, like a complete replacement of the old DCEU. I'm talking more in terms of, you know, Marvel start to utilize their other universes, right? So in my opinion, you know, the main universe would still have Tom Holland's Spider-Man, you'd still have Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch. But what I'm thinking of is maybe we get another take of a different Hulk from a different universe. Now look, you might think, hold on, wouldn't that confuse fans? Well, probably not at all when you realize how much underutilized the Hulk has been in the MCU. I think you'd be surprised if you actually went and asked non-MCU fans out there. Like, let's just say I went and asked my mum, right, and I went and said, who is the Hulk? What does he look like? Who is the actor? What does he look like? This and that. I don't even know if she would remember. Again, you gotta think, like, the last time my mum / the common MCU watcher have probably seen the Hulk was Avengers Endgame. Keep in mind, 99.9% of the people on this earth have not watched She-Hulk, and unfortunately the 0.1% of that actually have are extremely unlucky and would probably like to forget that that thing even existed. So if you were to ask people who is playing the Hulk, right, a lot of people wouldn't remember, because we don't remember, Avengers Endgame came out in 2019. We're nearly in 2024, 5 years after Endgame came out, and the Hulk, from what I know, has not been in any of the new movies, right? And let's just say he's not going to be in any of the new movies since, like, Avengers Kang Dynasty, which is 2026, 2027 release. That would mean that people would not have seen the Hulk on screen for about 7 to 8 years. So I don't think it's a complete out of the question to maybe in the new Avengers movies, maybe introduce a new Eric Banner, a new Hulk, a part of this whole, obviously, multiverse thing. We know Tobey Maguire and all those guys are going to be in it, it looks like. Hugh Jackman's coming back as Wolverine. Why not have a younger actor playing Eric Banner, maybe in his early 30s, similar to what, like, Edward Norton was, and get a new take on the Hulk? Let's be honest, Marvel, no one wants to see She-Hulk in a new Hulk movie. The scar that you showed in the She-Hulk, again, no one who hasn't seen that show even knows that scar exists, this and that. There are a lot of ways they can rework a lot of things. Again, the majority of people have kind of forgotten about, I think, Mark Ruffalo's Hulk. I mean, he's really been underutilized. I do feel bad for Mark Ruffalo. It doesn't mean he can't appear in Secret Wars and Kang Dynasty, but let's be honest here, there's a lot of people like myself who don't really think Mark Ruffalo is the best fit. He's also much up there in age right now. Like, I think Mark Ruffalo is probably 55 to 60, I want to say. No disrespect to Ruffalo. He might even just be early 50s, but he looks, I mean, again, no disrespect to Mark Ruffalo. You can call me a fatty if you want. But yeah, brother, you look pretty old. Again, I think if you're going to introduce Tobey Maguire and all these guys into these Avengers movies like we know they're going to, I really don't think there would be no reason to introduce maybe a new Eric Banner or a new Hulk. Maybe this is a sneak peek or something, because yeah, Mark Ruffalo, I'm just not sure if I like him that much as a Hulk. He has been very underutilized. We seem to need a little bit of a soft reboot when it does come to that. And I would really love to see like a Hulk trilogy, right? Maybe with a new actor. It's not out of the question. I mean, again, as I mentioned, the MCU is not going to get rebooted like people say. There's still so much stuff they can do with the X-Men, Spider-Man movies, and Fantastic Four. If they really wanted, they could give Hulk a trilogy, but it looks like they might be going the Mark Ruffalo way, and I'm just not sure about that. I think that is the wrong decision, Marvel, but I still don't think that means you can't put him in Secret Wars or Kang Dynasty. Like, I'm not saying fire the guy. I just think you can have him and maybe have a newer, a new Hulk. Like, it's not out of the question, especially in 2023. Let me know what you guys think down below, though. Please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And I really want to know if you guys think Mark Ruffalo is the guy, because I know a lot of people might disagree that he is, but a lot of people I think will agree with me and say that he isn't. Again, I just think we need a younger guy, probably early 30s maybe. I'm not sure. Definitely let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.